today's episode, we delve into one of the darkest and most shocking moments in Nigeria's political past, the assassination of General Murtala Muhammed. This tragic event, which unfolded on a seemingly ordinary morning in 1976, forever altered the course of Nigeria's history. Join us as we uncover the gripping tale of ambition, betrayal, and a leader whose light was extinguished far too soon. The story begins on February 13, 1976, in Lagos, the bustling heart of Nigeria. Murtala Muhammed, just 37 years old, had already carved his place in the annals of history. As the third military head of the state, his bold and transformative leadership had sparked hope across a nation still grappling with an aftermath of a civil war. Known for his no-nonsense approach to governance, Mohammed championed reforms that emphasized accountability, unity, and efficiency. But even as the nation celebrated his leadership, shadowy forces conspired to bring to a violent end. That morning, Murtala Muhammed left his residence at Dodan Barracks, the seat of Nigeria's government, in the official black Mercedes-Benz. The day held no ominous signs. The traffic was as usual in Lagos chaos, with cars bumper to bumper on George Street near the Federal Secretariat in Ikoyi. As his car approached a notorious bottleneck, a sinister plan began to unfold. Waiting in ambush at the nearby petrol station were the assassins, led by Lieutenant Colonel Buka Suka, Dimka, disguised in traditional flowing garment known as babariga. These conspirators concealed their weapons as they approached the convoy. It was a calculated move that allowed them to close in undetected, with the traffic at a standstill and no military escort to shield them. Murtala Muhammed's car became an easy target. In a sudden eruption of gunfire, the assassins unleashed their bullets. The attack was swift and brutal, leaving Muhammad and his aide, Lieutenant Akitude Akinsheyiwa, fatally wounded. The scene was one of the sheer carnage, and the assassins fled. The nation was left stunned and grieving. Muhammad's simplicity and humility, qualities that endeared him to millions of Nigerians, ironically contributed to his vulnerability. He famously shunned the excessive security details typical of head of states, often traveling with minimal protection. On that fateful day, the only visible defense was a pistol carried by his head. News of his assassination sent shockwave across the country. Murtala Muhammed had been a beacon of hope, a leader unafraid to confront corruption and inefficiency head-on. His sudden death plunged Nigeria into mourning, and his body was flown to Kano, where he was laid to rest in accordance with Islamic rites. A Christian memorial service followed in Lagos, attended by his deputy Olusegun Obasanjo, who would later take the reins of leadership. But the drama didn't end with Murtala's assassination. Dimka, the man behind the plot, aimed to overthrow the government. After the attack, he stormed Radio Nigeria to announce the coup. His broadcast, however, was chaotic and disjointed, betraying a lack of preparation and strategy. While Dimka was echoed over the airwaves, the military acted swiftly to suppress the coup. Across the country, military leaders issued counter-broadcasts denouncing Dimka and reaffirming their loyalty to the government. Civilians too played their part, with students taken to the streets to protest the assassination. Meanwhile, Colonel Ibrahim Babangida, a rising star in the military, confronted Dimka at Radio Nigeria and neutralized his forces. Dimka, now a fugitive, managed to evade capture for several weeks, but his overconfidence and reliance on familiar territory proved his undoing. His journey ended in Abakaliki, where he visited an old girlfriend and was subsequently apprehended. Dimka's capture brought the coup attempt to a definite close, and justice was served on those involved in the erroneous act. Murtala Muhammed's death marked a turning point in Nigeria's history. Despite his brief tenure, his impact on the nation was profound. He had dared to dream of a united and prosperous Nigeria, free from the shackles of corruption and inefficiency. His assassination was not just a personal tragedy for his family, but a nation loss that left an ineligible scar on the collective psyche of the country.
Situation, if not arrested, would inevitably have resulted in chaos and even bloodshed. In the endeavor to build a strong, united, and virile nation, Nigerians have shed much blood. The thought of further bloodshed, for whatever reasons, must, I'm sure, be revolting to our people.
We are reminded of the sacrifices made by those who dare to lead and lasting impact they have left behind. Thank you for joining us on IED News 23 as we revisited this pivotal moment in Nigeria political history. Stay tuned for more deep dive into stories that shaped our world. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe for more episodes of Political History. Thank you.